Bottom right of Belgia Vestige. Starts the KT All-Star player in red. It is
KT Flash.
Young-ho, a very vocal fan, screaming his name.
Well, he needs the support. Down a game in the best of 3. If he loses here, he will be in the up and downs. Top left, we have currently, starting for Casper's 8th team, one and only
Ace Team, baby.
Yeah, one of the youngest StarCraft 1 players ever.
The last time that we had Flash in the up and downs, everything started out well for him. He started with a 2-0 into the group, but then he didn't win a single game and suddenly was out of the group, did not advance, found himself in Code A, and he wants to get into Code S. He wants to get one of those spots, but he has to go to the 3rd round first. So does Baby. He wants to win this game. Did a good job on the last map. Can he do it again here? Can he take the 2-0 victory, or will Flash force gain number 3?
No, that's what we're going to find out. Baby goes CC first. Flash, on the other hand, takes the regular 1 Raxus ban just like last game.
And the scout for Flash sees it right away, starts to attack away at the SCV that builds the command center. There will have to be a bit of support, and there they are, double SCV tag team coming out of the main base.
Yeah. And he's going to need 3 SCVs to repair this, or repel this. And it looks like it will finally be taken care of.
Yeah.
Here's the map win rate for these 2 players. Neither of them dropping a set just yet. But less than 3 games played each. Still, though,
Will
so
change
far, so
today.
good. Yeah.
One of those ratios will drop down quite a bit.
Baby again getting gas faster than Flash, despite the command center first.
Yep.
A little bit of pressure here again from Flash. He wants to do that bunkering action.
That's also something that we saw in the last game. Maybe not impressed by this bunker contain that we had.
He just got the siege tank out. I feel like it worked out for Flash at the end of the day, but it was a good trade for Flash, but Baby just didn't seem to care.
Yeah, it just shows that Baby has this confidence to just not care about this at all and just play with whatever he has.
Yep. This time he's actually just going to fight. He's not going to try to bunker. He wants to trade some SCVs here. Or some units off the line. So nice control for Baby.
Yeah. Well done. And just forced those units away. There comes the second Marine though, and this changes things.
Yeah, this is great pressure here.
Oh, well, he isn't careful. Backed into a corner. Well done. Flash losing the Marine here too. Oh, and the second command center for him. Still no gas for Flash. Whereas we now have the reactor already for Baby. Hellions once again.
Indeed.
Looks like we're gonna see. Wouldn't be surprised to see Mech again from him. Flash on the other hand with the double barracks.
Double barracks going up to 3. Going to go into that bio composition. He got his gases later, so that's to be expected. Now he's taking it. Actually, in fact, his very first 2 gases. So he's going to build his army first before his tech. With the production facilities added now, he will shut this SCV down as well. Barely gets it. And Baby may go into mech again. Ooh, he's going to take a fast, risky 3rd.
Yeah.
And it looks like he's going to go for mech, considering that he's moved that barracks down like this. Otherwise, it doesn't really make too much sense.
Yeah, I assume that he will see mech for him once again. And I mean, it worked well for him the last time, and especially with this Hellion build. So he has the reactor right now at his first factory. We'll see if he adds another one fairly soon. But this riskier command center for him will give him a bit of an edge if Flash doesn't scout it, because he has the direct access to the mineral lines. Whereas Flash, on the other hand, of course, has to lift his 3rd up and fly it over to the next expansion spot if he wants to saturate it.
Plus, Flash has the direct response to this base, which is all the Marines he's making right now. They could easily walk across the map to pressure with if he knew about it. And that's what these Hellions are here to do. They're to deny Flash's scouting.
Control the map.
Exactly. Make sure that Flash can't send a scout across. He's got that watchtower. He's going around making sure there's no SCVs coming from the left side now.
And what do you know? Double factory for Baby. Nice control here on those Hellions, doing a little bit of damage.
Flash going for combat shield this time. And great
Flash is losing a lot here. He needs to be really careful. This bunker is still not done.
Oh, wow. He does lose 1 Hellion, but the damage has been done already.
Yeah. Those Marines, man. Those are 7-degree burns. The
factories here not been scouted yet. Flash is still very much in the dark. That's what this Hellion Pressure accomplishes.
Actually,
as
that was really silly right now. Aren't, well, first degree burns the worst ones? Yeah, they are, right?
well. No, third degree is the worst.
Okay.
Well, I mean, if you die, I think it would probably be considered something different than a third degree burn. But like first degree burn is you like burn yourself on a candle or something, or that plastic we were talking about earlier. Second degree burn is like a harsh sunburn, or you get scalded by water. Third degree burn is where your skin is black.
Man, I tell you, that with the candles, that was the worst thing that ever happened to me. No, not quite, but it was so silly. It was my 18th birthday, and then, well, obviously, I was in Germany. That's actually a legal age for drinking, guys, so don't be freaking out in the US. So I was, of course, horribly drunk, and we had those, well, those plastic things with sand inside, and then you could just put one of those big candles in there.
Yeah.
And it just burned down, and the plastic started to burn, and we put most of it out, and there was only a little bit of fire left, so it was like, well, that's easy, I just clap it with my hand, and that's going to be fine. And I completely forgot about the melted plastic,
God.
and it covered my fingers. That was not a pleasant feeling.
Oh man, I have stories too. I had a really hot plate that was so hot that it was burning on the bottom, and you know how the bottom of the plate has that ring around it, so it keeps the plate from the table. I put my hand under there, and there's this ring around my fingers that burned everything, and I didn't know what to do. I was like, it was a really nice like china plate. I was like, do I just throw this on the ground and shatter it? So I like lower my hand slowly enough and then drop it on the floor, but I got severely burned. It was so terrible for days and days. I didn't know what to do. I couldn't play games. I couldn't really type properly. It hurt so much.
Yeah, I hear you. Took a lot of time to get the plastic off as well, and then I had those thingies in my hands for like a week. Good times.
Well, those Marines, man, they have
all those smart ideas when you are actually drunk.
Yeah.
And the same is true for Marines when they are on stim.
Baby's going to do a ton of damage here. That infernal pre-igniter.
That's really what he always does, isn't it? Every single game we've seen this. 14 worker kills already. That could have been worse.
That could have been
actually have been worse.
It was pretty good though. And remember, Baby's third base that he took riskily has not been scouted or dealt with at all. So
that's true. Yeah,
he's been making this great mech composition already from the beginning with a great economy that was untouched with 6 gases. And you can actually max out on this and go for pushes against bio players.
Baby's playing this really well. Flash, of course, also has his third base, as you can see at the bottom of the map. And these double drops, that's something that Baby at some point will have to deal with. And the interesting thing is, how will Baby actually defend? We will see this ring of turrets across the spaces that will help him to just throw these drops back. Because so far, he doesn't have a lot of drop defense in his bases, if I see that correctly. There are a couple of turrets there, but I think it's not the best coverage. And there are 5 turrets being built. There they are.
Flash is going for a fusion core off 3 bases with not a ton.
What?
Not a ton of economy really behind this. So not a ton of units defending. He's got triple starport now. Of course, one of those is going to be making Vikings to protect the battle cruisers. But I don't want to call this a battle cruiser rush, but this is basically a battle cruiser rush.
Early, yeah. Usually, when do we see battle cruisers in this matchup? Usually just in the very late game when we have both players on a lot of bases with a huge bank and they want to go for, well, like a final push.
Yeah. Battle cruisers here for Flash are going to help him zone quite a bit though, and they're very good positionally when your opponent does not have a ton of anti-air.
Flash with a double battle cruiser production. The fusion core is ready, and Baby, when are you going to scout this? All those turrets will help him to defend his bases, but still, he does not have any anti-air whatsoever. Okay, he has 2 Marines, but let's be serious for a second.
It's just the battle cruisers are going to be used defensively, I feel. He's going to use them to zone out units at his third base, stop Hellion run-bys, because they actually do a ton of DPS. They fire so quickly. One of the highest DPS units in the game. And they were actually buffed in 2 patches ago, I believe it was.
There comes a drop by Baby with the blue flame Hellions, and guess what he's going to see? Oh, the Viking. Don't tell me the Viking is really going to stop the medivac again.
I don't know. He scans.
And he sees the fusion core. Now he knows what's going on, and it is time for the Korean barbecue. Here they come, and he's clustering them up. Flash clusters his Hellions. Oh my, Flash.
Well, this is terrible. By the way, Baby's reacting immediately to the battle cruisers by starting Vikings and also double Thors back at home. The first battle cruiser's out. By the way, there was a speed upgrade, not an attack upgrade. That's the heart of the swarm where the attack was buffed back up to 10. My apologies for that. Misspeaking earlier. And this is a crazy situation for Flash now. He's trying to use a battlecruiser defensively like I talked about, zoning here.
Yeah, trying to move in with this. And now we have suddenly also, of course, the Viking production for Flash really active. Missile turrets dropped everywhere.
I don't know about that missile turret response, but Flash definitely using battlecruisers quite well here. And I like how he's doing this. He's actually going to maybe break through here with the battlecruisers at the back. He's done it.
He's really done it.
He really has. Cancel on the missile turret.
I really like the missile turrets because it just bought time and he had the resources to do it, so why not just buy that time? But the Thors are going to be the important part. Can the Thors in combination with those Vikings really do anything here?
Does he have enough Marauders to take out the Thors and the siege tanks? Flash, that is. Can he stop the Thors?
And here we go. Another siege tank dies. Here come the Thors. Where are the Vikings? They can use that range. As soon as Flash gets too close with his own Vikings, he can use it, but no, there's the GG. The two battlecruisers, they did it. They completely blindsided Flash. Oh, Baby's actually gone.
Baby disappeared, man. Flash actually sent him to another dimension with that build. What happened?
I actually think that they just showed the wrong camera.
No, man, Flash in another dimension. Of course, that's the only logical explanation. What are you thinking?
Baby sits on the right side. Yeah, he does. They just showed the wrong camera.
Yeah.
There he is.
There he is.
I'm like, that doesn't make any sense.
But that was actually a sick response to what he was seeing. That's a great way to zone someone out who has no anti-air, and you know it.
That was pretty cool.
I'm really impressed by what we just saw from Flash. That was a great decision-making choice by him.
Exactly, that's the decision-making that I was talking about earlier when all these channel players point out that this guy is really doing so well.
Well, at this point, I'm thinking if we see battlecruisers again, I might lose my mind. The map is Antigua Shipyard, though. I think it's time for these players to change up their builds. They've both shown the same builds 2 games in a row. Mech from Baby, and of course Flash opening with the 1 Rax expanded. I think a gas before CC would be a great choice for Flash here in game number 3.
The game is going to be live in just a few seconds. We have the last Terran versus Terran of the day. It comes down to this last map. The winner advances to the 3rd round of Code A. The loser drops into the up and downs. Flash losing to Baby in game number 1, but able to achieve victory on the last map. Will he be able to get the best of 3 win? We're jumping into the game right now here at the GSL Code A with Carl and Wolf.
Over the radio and back up in the raves.